Hello, how are you guys? How are you all doing today? So, in this video, we're going to bake chocolate cake and vanilla. No, not vanilla. We're making chocolate cake and mint. Yes. Hi, Alexandria. How are you? How are you doing this afternoon? This is what time is it? It's around 3 p.m. here. What time is it at your place? I have some mint here. This is fresh, not fresh. This is dried mint, so I'm going to grind it right now, and I'm going to use this. We are fine. We are doing just fine. So I'm going to grind the mint. I love mint cakes. Oh, I love mint. So we're going to bake mint. So there is my mint, and here's my blender. 8 a.m. right? 8 a.m. Actually, the video, I just dropped the video. I hope you have watched it. And also don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like the video. So we're going to grind the mint. So I want it to be fine. Hi Eric, how are you? So we are baking cake. Yeah, thank you Alexandra for watching. If you're here, you've not watched that video, kindly go and watch the video. And also that is after this, after we bake the cakes, go watch the video. And also remember to like, and also if you have not subscribed, kindly do so. We are road to 3,000 subscribers. Yay, road to 3,000 subscribers. Perfect. And now we're done. I'm done with the grinding. And the grinding. Yeah. Perfect. I feel like this is okay. There you go. I'm using the dried mint because I don't have the other one. I don't have the essence one. But for flavor, we're going to add lemon. I love to add this lemon essence. And then we're going to... Hi Robert Washira, how are you? Have you liked the video? And we are road to 3,000 subscribers. Did you see that? We are road to 3,000 subscribers. So I'm going to sieve the mint. I want to sieve the mint. Thank you for liking and also for joining. Washira, we have dropped a new video right after this. Can you make sure that you go and watch it? So I was grinding some mint because we are making some mint cake and also some chocolate cake. So that is what we are about to do right now. And here I have with me all the ingredients that I'm going to use, and I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to show you guys right about now what we need. So I don't need the blender. I'm not done with the blender. I'm not done with the blender. I'm actually thinking of baking a cake to celebrate the milestone because it has been long overdue. 2,000 subscribers. It has been long overdue. So it feels amazing. I'm happy. I'm happy for me. Yeah, for the growth. And this is the flour that we're going to use. And of course, as always, I have my measuring scale or a digital scale. So I got this digital scale in the year 2019. So it has served me for 5 good years. Still good as new. Haijaribika bado. So I have all the ingredients that I need. I have some eggs with me. I have 1 lemon. I have, this is alkalized cocoa. This is what you need when you're making a chocolate cake and you want to achieve the best flavors for a chocolate cake. You need to get the best cocoa for your chocolate cake, all right? You need to use alkalized cocoa. Alkalized cocoa. I need to type something. I'm sorry. Let me type something here. As thank you, Robert. Yeah, you can always watch it later. It's on my channel, so you can always go and watch it later. I have some coffee. I have coffee and I have glucose. The other day we were making some cookies, and I told you that if you want to achieve the best color in your cakes, or to achieve a more oh my god, what word am I going to use? A deep color, a deep if you want your cakes to have this nice brown color, you can always opt for glucose. You can always add glucose into your cakes, right? Yes, I have my glucose, and then of course I have my cups. These are my measuring cups because at some point we are going to need the cups. Even though I have this digital scale, I'm going to need the measuring cups. And also we add a little bit of salt to our cakes. If you've never been told that, or you never noticed that, we always add a little bit of salt into our cakes. And yeah, that's just about it. And then I have one more ingredient that I need to add, and that is vinegar, white vinegar. I'm going to add vinegar. This is for my chocolate cake. Yeah, so we need white vinegar for our chocolate cake. So let's get into this video and start with the baking. So I'll start with and here's my bowl, and of course I have my sieve with me. Always come with your brush. This is for, I'll show you, this is for smearing your baking tins. But you don't have to use this. You can always use your baking papers, which I have, and I'll show you guys how baking papers look like. So yeah, that's just about it for now. So as you guys subscribe and like the video, give me 1 minute. Hello. So I'm back. And I want to write something. I've just remembered that I needed to write something. Hi guys, welcome to Miss K254 this afternoon. What time is it at your place? Right now it is 3 p.m. and no, it's headed to 3 p.m. in Kenya. What time is it at your place? I'm baking chocolate cake and I'm baking two cakes, two 1 kgs. So I'm baking a chocolate cake and I'm also baking mint cake. Mint. Yes, mint. I hope you understand. A chocolate cake and a mint. So I'm writing something. As you guys comment, it's 2 in the afternoon. Yes. Yeah, it's actually 2:30. 2:30 here in Kenya. Two 30. Baking soda. What time is it from wherever it is that you're watching from? Thank you guys for joining this live. As you join in, kindly make sure that you like the video and also subscribe. And also, have you noticed that we are road to 3,000 subscribers? And that is courtesy of you guys. And so thank you so much. So I think I should bake a cake to celebrate that milestone. It has not been an easy journey. I must say that it has not been an easy journey. Yeah. Twelve. Oh, it's 12 in the afternoon. Okay, Robert, where are you watching us from? Unawatch ukiwa wapi jamani, Robert? So did you know that there are cakes that you make or you bake with cooking oil? Did you know that? There are cakes you bake using cooking oil. Oh, you're in London. Oh, wow. Right. Say hi to people from London. London kuko vipi jamani? So it's 12 in the afternoon. Okay. London kukoaje? Kuko vipi? So kindly, as you join in this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Have you noticed that we are road to 3,000 subscribers? If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe so that we can get Miss K to 3,000 subscribers and also support our content. Soda. Give me a few. Wambo. So is it hot? Is it hot in London as it is here in Kenya? It is very hot. Honestly, it is very hot. So we hydrate as we bake. Let's now get into this amazing video. As always, you will need to have a tin, of course, to measure your ingredients, and we are going to start with flour. So and that is how you, there's a red button here. You need to, for on and off, when you are using the digital scale. So mine is on, and then I put my tin on top of it, and then I ask the scale to count, because we need to count. We need to measure. We need to measure our flour, and we need 200 grams of flour or flour. It's somehow, it's kind of messing with me. And you know, when it starts messing with you or me, we won't get the correct measurements. Of course, we are going to mess up with our with the ingredients, and also yeah. So we already have 230 grams of flour, but before that it was saying that it was 7, so it had already started to mess with me. So you need to add more, because we need 250 grams of flour. Here's the flour. So I put it aside, and then we take another tin, of course, and then we measure our sugar. This is what we are using. So we need 200 grams of sugar, and I feel like that is a lot, so I'm not going to add like the whole 200 grams, so I'm just going to add a little bit, 150. Yeah, you can have it. Thank you. So here's my flour, or my flour. I'm used to saying flour, so don't mind me when I say flour or flour. I'm used to saying flour. It's flour. So to me, it's flour. And then we need to measure some 75 grams of our alkalized cocoa. So you get these from the baking stores. We usually get ours from the baking stores in town. So we need 75 grams of it. 75 grams flour. Not flour. I'm sorry guys, honestly. We need 75 grams of cocoa, right? So we are already at 4 grams, and then we measure until we get to 75 grams of cocoa. So I'll tell you the reason for vinegar in a chocolate cake. Also, you need vinegar when you're making or when you're baking red velvet. I feel like that is a lot. Why does it seem so a lot? Oh. Alright, here we have our cocoa. So I start putting back my ingredients because we are done with the chocolate cake. So that is done, and we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I now need to put it aside, and then your baking soda, of course, you add it to the flour, and then you're going to sieve them together. So here I have two spoons, and this is a tablespoon right here, the blue one, and also this one, the orange one, is a half teaspoon. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. Teaspoon of baking soda. I add it there. And also my secret ingredient, but now it's not secret because you guys can see it. I'm going to add some glucose to my cake or to my flour, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of glucose. Glucose gives your cake this fluffiness and also the color, the beautiful brown color. So that is what I usually add to my cake. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of glucose to my cake. Perfect. And also we need to add some salt. So just a little of it. Don't add too much salt. This is like a 1/4 teaspoon. Add there. There you go. And what else? And then we take our cocoa. So we are now mixing the dry ingredients together, right? Apart from the sugar, you mix every other dry ingredient together. So here we have flour, we have baking soda, and we have glucose. And now we are going to add our cocoa powder. There you go. Beautiful. I love chocolate cakes. I love chocolate cakes. So we are going to sieve our flour. So this is self-raising flour, so you don't need to add baking powder. I just added a teaspoon of baking soda. So then you sieve your flour. You can sieve as many times as 2 times or 3 times. So there's the flour. Give it a good mix just to make sure that everything is well incorporated there. So today I'm not going to bake in separate tins. I'm just going to bake in 1 kg tin each because it's going to be a lot of work. So I'm just going to bake in 1 kg tin. There you go. We have our flour, which is ready. So now we're going to prepare our wet ingredients, and we need a cup of milk, and here we have a cup of milk. So this is a cup of milk, and we have another one which is a half cup, right? So if if the recipe asks for 1 cup of milk, this is what you use, the orange cup or the big cup, that is the 1 cup, right? So if they ask for half cup, you use the other one, which is the green cup. In this case, it is the green cup, right? So if the recipe asks for a third cup, 85 ml, which is 85 ml, you use this yellow cup, right? They've written there, so it is very easy for you to see. It is very easy for you to see and to notice. So we are going to measure our milk. Before that, we are going to mix our wet ingredients, and we are going to add 1/2 cup of oil. We're using 1/2 cup of oil for the chocolate cake. Did you know that there are cakes baked in oil? Chocolate cake is one of them. So we use a half cup, which is 125 ml. 125 ml of oil. If I wanted to use butter, I would have used butter, but for this case, I'm going to use oil. So sometimes I bake my chocolate cakes using butter. Sometimes I use oil. Like now, I'm using oil. I've opted to use oil. So using my bowl, I'm going to pour in my oil there, and then I love to use my cooking stick. This is my cooking stick. I have a hand whisk and I have electric whisk, but I opt to use this one for starters. And then maybe when I'm whipping or when I'm beating the eggs or even the margarine, I'm going to use the electricity one, right? So my hand whisk, my mwiko or my cooking stick, right? And then we add in our sugar. You add in your sugar. So this is 100. We measured 180. I did not measure 250 grams, 200 grams, which the recipe asked for. And that is because you can always reduce the sugar in your cakes, or you can always add the sugar in your cakes. That is if you want. But because I don't want a lot of sugar in the cake, in chocolate cake is sweeter when it doesn't have a lot of sugar. So we now mix our sugar and the oil together. All right. We keep mixing, and for this case, I'm going to use the hand whisk, right? So I put my mwiko aside, and then I use the hand whisk. So we keep mixing or beating or whipping for a little bit, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So if this was margarine or butter, I would have used the electricity one, because you need to achieve a fluffy texture, a pale fluffy texture, right? That is if I'm using margarine or butter. Before we move to the next step, I'm going to prepare my baking tins. And here I have my baking tins with me. So here is the one baking tin. And I have margarine with me here. So here you go. And then I take my brush. And then to apply it all over the tin. And this is because you don't want your cake to burn. You don't want a burnt cake. So you apply it all over the tin. Over the tin, and then I take a small amount of flour and then I sprinkle it inside. Make sure it covers the whole tin. Make sure it covers your tin completely, because again, you don't want a burnt cake. There you go. So the tin is ready. Take a little bit of cocoa and then spread it all around. And that is because you're baking a chocolate cake anyway. So you don't have to put cocoa. You don't have to do that. After you put your flour, that is enough. There you go. Our baking tin is ready. So we now continue with the mixing part. So the next step, we are going to add 3 eggs one by one. 3 eggs one by one. Here you go. We have 1 egg. So you beat 1 egg after the other. As you can see, you can notice some difference in this. So this is called butter. We are making butter, cake butter. It's called cake butter. It's not the same as butter, the one for baking, but this one is called cake butter. So we are now in the process of making cake butter. Always give it a good whip. So we add our next egg, second egg. Perfect. Then we beat it again. So my kitchen smells amazing, honestly. It smells amazing, and that is the mint flavor. It is giving me goosebumps. I love mint cakes, honestly. So one last egg. Yo, all right. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, didn't see that coming. So we need So I'm giving you a behind the scenes of what happens in the kitchen when we are baking for you guys, you know, to enjoy these delicious cakes. So I'm just giving you a behind the scenes, yeah. So this is what happens, and of course you expect accidents anytime. So perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to add my vanilla essence, and I'm going to add half teaspoon vanilla essence. Here you go. Milk. So something else, always make sure that your ingredients are room temperature. Always make sure your ingredients are room temperature. So here is our milk, 1 cup. So I'm now going to put this aside. This was just to help me whip the eggs. So put it aside. Then now I take my flour. So here we have all the dry ingredients. This is a flour, we have cocoa, we have glucose, we have baking soda, yeah, all those. So I'm going to add bit by bit, and then I beat or I mix. So bit by bit. So when you're making or when you're baking a chocolate cake, there's always a very good ingredient that you're not supposed to miss, and I'm going to give it to you. So as I mix, I add in my milk bit by bit, and then you mix. To play with the flavors, I'm going to add a little bit of mint flavor. This was supposed to be just chocolate, but I can play with the flavor. Since it is just for home consumption, it's not for a client or anything, I'm just going to add a little bit of flavor to it, and that is mint flavor. And then I mix. So gradually add your flour as you mix. Look at that butter. Add milk. So as you add the flour, you mix, and then you add milk, and then you mix again. Baking is actually enjoyable. It is very enjoyable. I love to bake. Now, I'm not so good in decorating, but at least I try. Another thing, that when it comes to baking, you're not supposed to overwhip your ingredients, all right? Because you do not want your cake to undercook or to undercook. Yes, that is one reason. And also to form, you know, like what do I call it now? Ama keki ingie katikati vile. That is because that is one reason that causes that. When you beat you overbeat your cake batter. So, and then I'm going to add the last bit of my milk. And my last secret ingredient, but now it's not going to be secret anymore, because I'm going to show you guys if you want tasty delicious cakes to elevate your, you know, the flavor of your chocolate cake. There's one last ingredient that you need, always you need to add, but first make sure you give it a good whip. Not so much, do not use a lot of energy. So the consistency is just fine. And then I take my sufuria or my pot, and then I'm going to add a third cup of water. That cup of water. And my last ingredient is none other than coffee. Always add coffee. Coffee is always the last ingredient to add to your chocolate cake batter. All right, that is for you to elevate the taste, the texture of your cakes. Always add some coffee. So a third cup of water, and then I'm going to add coffee. I'm just going to add all of it because it's just a little amount that is remaining here. So but you can always make sure you measure your ingredients. So let's just measure and I'll tell you how much it is. So this is a half teaspoon coffee, and this is not instant coffee. That is the downside part of it, because I'll need to sieve it, but it's still fine. It's still fine. I don't mind. So I'm going to boil this. We get the flavor, the coffee flavor, and then we're going to add it into our butter. I was supposed to have done that, but you know, we will do it as we go. So as we wait for our coffee to boil, what time is it at wherever it is that you're watching us from? If you're in Kenya, I already know the time. I think by now it's maybe 3. It's actually 4. What? It's actually 4. Oh my god, I didn't know that. Time is moving fast. Time is moving fast. It's actually 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. I always taste my cake batter. Amazing. I love it. I love it. As our water boils, or as our coffee boils, we are going to add one more last ingredient to this coffee, to our chocolate butter, and that is our vinegar. So the vinegar is for elevating the chocolatey color, right? The brown color in your cake, and also for the texture. So I'm just going to add half a teaspoon. I add it and then I mix as I wait for my coffee. Give it a good mix. Give it a good mix. I really love chocolate. I love chocolate cake. Which cake flavor do you like? Which cakes do you like? Comment down below and tell us the cake flavors that you like most. Comment down below and tell us the cake flavors that you like most. So, my coffee is done, and as hot as it is, I'm just going to add it in. There you go. You have our coffee, and then you mix it. Give it a good mix. You give it a good mix. When it comes to this, I now use my hand whisk. Comment down below and tell us the cake flavors that you like most. Myself, I love chocolate. I love chocolate. Comment down below and tell us the cake flavors that you like most. Myself, I like chocolate cake. This is amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the consistency of the butter. Look at that. It is so chocolatey, and I'm telling you, the vinegar has helped in elevating the the color of the chocolate, and also the texture. I can already tell the cake is going to be amazing. So we're going to pour it in our tin, and here we have our baking tin. This is a 7-inch. This is a 6-inch baking tin, 1 kg. So we pour in all the butter. I'm not going to bake in separate tins today. So the downside that comes with baking is you get to wash lots and lots of utensils. Let me tell you, it is overwhelming because you have to bake, and then again you have to wash the utensils, and maybe probably you don't have someone to help you around the house. So sometimes it can be overwhelming. So our butter is in, all of it is in there. So the next thing you do is you take your butter and then you tap it on your working area. That is to remove the air bubbles inside the butter, the cake batter. And that is the reason that you're not supposed to over whip your cake batter, to avoid air bubbles. Air bubbles, you get air bubbles, you see, when you cut your cake and you find as if it has so many, they look like small holes. Those are what we call air bubbles. So for you to remove those air bubbles, you need to take your butter that is already in the cake tin, and then you tap it on the working area. Let me show you what I mean by air bubbles. You can already see the, oh my God, hallelujah. So you can already see the air bubbles. Can you see the air bubbles? This is what we are talking about, air bubbles. So you just tap it on the working area to remove the air bubbles. So just wanted to share the live so that we can get as many viewers as we can. As we are at road to 3,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. I love chocolate mint or mint chocolate, and chocolate mint chocolate, the chocolate itself. I love mint chocolate. The one that is not crunchy, the other one, the smooth one, that is what I love. That is the best chocolate that I love. So if you're getting me a gift, get me a mint chocolate. Top deck mint chocolate. That is what I love. So my oven is ready, so I'm just going to put it in the oven as I continue to the other cake. So I'm going to bake on low heat because I want the cakes to bake slow. And if you want your cakes to bake nicely, always make sure that you use 2 baking tins, or you bake using low heat. So I'm just going to bake using low heat for a longer time, right? Also, you're not supposed to open your oven, to keep opening your oven, and that is to avoid the cakes from from falling, or forming like it's like a slope in the middle. So you're not supposed to keep opening your oven. So I'm going to put it in the oven, and by the time we are finishing preparing the other cake, the mint cake, it's going to be little about 10 minutes. Yeah, you're not supposed to open your oven until you give it like 10 minutes, and then you can open the oven. Of course, you put whatever it is that you're putting, and then you close the oven, and now you give it time to bake until the time that you've set is over. Low heel, small low heel, small like for my I got to slow. So again, we take our tin. This is what we're going to use to measure the ingredients, and we have 250 grams of flour. We are now baking the mint cake. It's not really mint, it's not really chocolate mint or mint chocolate. We're baking mint cake. So in the mint cake, we're going to add lemon, and then we add the mint that we just grinded. All right. So I don't have it as an essence. What we have as an essence is the lemon flavor, and that is what we are going to use for this case. So here I have my flour with me. I put the other aside. Put it there. And then this time you're going to prepare the baking tin right now, because I don't want to waste time. So I take my brush, and then of course make sure you smear butter all around your cake like that. So it doesn't matter whether you have a brush or not. You can always use your hand or a paper towel. Apply it all around your cake tin, or your baking tin, or your baking tray, like that. And I think that's enough. So I'm now going to add flour to the tin. Make sure you spread it nicely to cover the batter, and that is because we do not want our cake to burn. That is because we do not want our cake to burn. So this is to make sure that it is well applied or spread in the baking tin. Perfect, right? Perfect. So here I have the flour with me, and we add half baking soda, half teaspoon of baking soda, and this is a half teaspoon. I add my baking soda. So this is half. Pour it there, or you add it into your flour. At this point, you add all the dry ingredients together, and then you put them aside as you start to prepare the wet ingredients. And so we have flour, self-raising flour, that is 250 grams of flour or flour, and then we have a half teaspoon of baking soda, and then we we measure our sugar again using our digital scale. Then we take our tin. Always make sure that it is reading 0 when you are measuring your ingredients, alright? So we are going to measure our sugar, and that is again, it is needed over 200 grams of sugar, but we are not going to add the whole 200 grams of sugar because I do not want a lot of sugar in the cake. So instead I've added 160 grams of sugar. There you go. And then I don't think there's nothing else that we need to measure using our digital scale. So I'm going to put it back where it belongs. Need to put it back where it belongs, like that, as we continue. So I'm still going to use this baking tin. I'm not going to wash it. We need margarine or butter, and this is 250 grams, but I'm not going to add all of it. We need 100 grams of butter. 100 grams of butter. So we're going to measure that right now. 100 grams of butter. And if you are watching this video, kindly, you have not subscribed, you've not also liked the video, kindly do so. We are road to 3,000 subscribers. I'm not going back to 2,000. We are now road to 3,000 subscribers. So using my digital scale, measure 100 grams of perfect, 100 grams of margarine. I love margarine because of the texture and also the flavor that it gives your cakes. We're done with this one. Not done with this one completely. So I need to add my margarine here. My life will bless my So we don't need to soften our butter or our margarine because it's already soft. And then we add in our sugar. Our next ingredient, we are going to add eggs one by one. Do not over whip, and then we're going to add another egg, one more egg. This is the last egg. next ingredient we add is our mint flavor. I love mint. Mint. If you have not tried the mint flavor yet, you need to try. You need to try mint flavor. So we are going to add half teaspoon of lemon essence, or yeah, lemon essence. So now we need to start mixing the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients, and then we need 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of milk. Always make sure you're using room temperature ingredients. Always make sure you're using room temperature ingredients. And this is for better results. This is for better results. So I'm going to add the flour bit by bit. As I add in flour, add milk. This cake looks amazing. It looks amazing. It has honestly, it has a funny color. So because I do not want lumps in my cake, I'm going to use this whisk. It is better than the cooking stick, but I all need them. I need them all. I need the cooking stick, I need the hand whisk, and I also need the electricity whisk, right? And this is that is when I want to, you know, to whip the margarine and the sugar together and also the eggs together. This one does it better. This does a better job. But when it comes to mixing, I love to use this one and also the muiko or the cooking stick. flour. And then we mix, give it a good mix. And then we add the remaining milk, and that's it. So do not go away. We are going to see the results together. Don't go away. And also, if you have not liked the video, and also if you have not subscribed to Miss K254, I am to 3,000 subscribers, and I feel excited, and thank you guys for always supporting me, for always coming back to watch my videos. It's just amazing, amazing. I'll tell you, if you are a Kenyan, you know what mokimo is. This cake looks like a mokimo. It's giving me mokimo vibes. So again, we repeat the process. So this is to remove air bubbles in the cake batter. Perfect. And I think I can now go to my sink and clean the dishes, because the aftermath is always a disaster. But I love to bake, and baking is part of what I do for a living. So I don't mind doing the dishes. After all, that's my job, you know. It's my job to bake, and I love to give people delicious cakes, to bake them delicious cakes. I believe I bake delicious cakes, just that maybe some people have not yet discovered the Miss K254, and yeah, I believe I bake delicious cakes. So if you've not tasted the cakes, I'm sorry, you just need to taste the cakes, and yeah, and tell. At least I have some remaining eggs. So the other day I did show you guys some cake toppers, or what we call cake toppers, and here are some of the cake toppers that we have. So if you're here and you're turning 58, I have these numbers, cake toppers. Tell me, comment down below and tell me that you're turning 58, and I'll gift you this, and maybe a cake, half a kg cake if you're turning 58. If you're turning 85, God has blessed you, amazing. Comment down below. I might as well give you a cake, 1 kg cake. 85. Can't you see how beautiful these cake toppers are? You're turning 8. You're turning 5. 85. 58. I have these cake toppers. And I have a beautiful, beautiful cake board here. I have a gold cake board. Oh. And I have this gold cake board. So this is what I'm going to be using for the cakes. And you will definitely see that because we'll be decorating the cakes together. We'll be decorating the cakes together and you guys will get to see how hard it is. But when you get used to decorating a cake, it gets easy with time. It gets easy with time, yeah? And tomorrow I'll be dropping another video step by step to making soft layered chapatis. So kindly stay tuned and also put on the notification bell so that when that video goes up, you'll be among the first people to see the video. Also remember to give that video a thumbs up. And also we dropped another video today, curtains. Go and see where we buy curtains, beautiful curtains. Go and see how, you know, how we decorate our houses using the beautiful curtains. Go and see that video. And also remember to give that video a thumbs up. Also leave a sweet comment down below and tell me what you think about the curtains, and also subscribe. We are road to 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 subscribers. It's not a small thing, and it has not been an easy journey, let me tell you. So comment down guys and tell me which cake flavors do you like. I love chocolate, and I love mint chocolate, and I love mint. Anything mint, I love mint. I love mint. I love mint. I love mint. So comment and tell us the flavors that you love. Myself, I love mint. It is very hot. I need to keep hydrating. So far so good. So far so good. So we give the cakes time until they're baked as I do the cleaning, because I don't want this to, you know, let me just show you how it is looking. This is after baking. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Up to there. And then of course my cakes are baking inside here. Yeah. Sorry you couldn't see. But yeah. So I need to clean the dishes as I wait for the cakes to bake. Leland. Yo, yo, yo. So kindly like the video as you join in the live. The cakes are already in the oven, so we're going to bake together and make sure that we have the results together. So keep it locked here, and also remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also go to my previous video that I just posted today. And we have another video for tomorrow, which is we making chapatis, soft layer chapatis, step by step. You need to go and watch that video. Put on the notification bell, you don't want to miss that. How are you, darling? How are you? Hey, you're so clean. Hi. Hey. You're so clean. You're clean. You're clean. What's up? Hi, Kyla. Where are the samosas? Okay. I'm feeling sleepy. So this is the cream that I'll be using tomorrow. I might bake today in the evening or at night, because I like to decorate my cakes a day before the event, especially birthdays. I like to bake a day before the event, so I'm thinking of baking tonight. Yeah, and I think I'll bake tonight, so because tomorrow again I have something. I'll be doing something. I'll be making chapatis for a client, and I'll be doing other things here at home, so I'll be super busy tomorrow. Oh, we have a samosa. Is this mine? You? Oh. Guess what? I have been brought a samosa from school. So today they were making samosas at school, and this is what they made. You remember that day when we were making samosas with my daughter? So they were making samosas today at school, and this is what they've just brought home. And I'm sure she did a good job. Don't show your school, whatever. Show them what you made. You can lift it up. Can you see what she did? And this is what they did at school. Don't you think they tried? So we made samosas together on Sunday. Was it on Sunday? If you did not watch that video, go and see the video, and it's a step-by-step video of making samosas at home, which is very easy. Just that samosas, they usually take so much of your time, but worry not, we've got you covered. Yeah, that is what I do for a living. I come and cook for you, and then you pay me. So this is what they've made, and I can't wait to have a bite. I want to try. What is the other one? You just brought one? Two? What is the other one? Oh, this one. So Kylie, is this mine? Okay, let me warm. Let me warm. big. Okay, that's good.
Mami, imagine kuna mtu anaitwa Liam kwa shule yetu. Imagine alipatiwanga samosa mbili akaanzia kukula.
Za kupeleka home?
Shule alianzia kula.
So today you had samosas and what? Kwanza nileteeni vitu zangu za kupika nini chapo ziko wapi? Vitu zangu za kupika chapo ziko wapi? I need my rolling pins right now. Where's my rolling pin, Kylie? Let me see. Did you use it?
No.
What? Oh. So they had carried my rolling pins and I can't miss this. Because I saw that. Not Bishop. Bishop. Kylie, you want to have a bite? Of the samosa? Utaki?
Nimeshashiba yangu.
Sawa.
Unataka kuonja samosa kako? Mami yako ni waru.
So I want to enjoy. I want to have a bite of the samosas they've just brought. So let us see. What is this? Waru? So we have two samosas here. So they've made dengu. This is dengu. We call this dengu, and we call it green grams in English. Green grams. So that is what they made, and I'm hoping this is meat. It's very hot.
It's meat.
And you know, guys, see nyama.
What's this one?
I want meat too. So let me try the other one. Okay. Dengu, the last time I had, I don't know.
They're hot.
That's good.
You don't want them, I'm going to eat them.
No, just in a way.
They're still fine.
Nukia.
Zilikuwa ndengu za leo. Sile tulikula ndengu na rice.
Not it. Sugar.
Kai.
How is it?
But I like the meat one. I feel like removing the dengu and eating the meat.
Okay, you guys tried, okay? You tried.
Sisi tulikuwa tunaweka dengu ni chas. Kwa nini?
Niandika.
Nitakula tu hii skin. Leta nitoe dengu.
Bro, hebu wanaunga yenye kwa hapa. Hiyo chana nayo. Sana mezani. So here is my friend.